Hey everybody, this is Captain Kyle and I have a special versus review. We have the Generations Selects Tigertrack, and he is going up against the Figaro magazine exclusive Tigertrack. They both have the same name. Yes, they are both based on Sideswipe, and yes, they are both very yellow. And I'm going to be comparing them point by point. Be right back. So Tigertrack is one of those characters who was added to the G1 continuity much later. He's shown up somewhat in comics. He has a Masterpiece edition, which I don't have at this point. Not sure if I'm going to be searching for it or not. Just recently, from Hasbro Generations Select, they released a new version of him based on the Sideswipe from Siege. And just like that figure, he is very posable. You can pretty much move his arms in any direction. You can move his legs in any direction. He can do high kicks and back kicks and side kicks and Jean-Claude Van Damme's, all that wonderful stuff, just like most of the new Transformers nowadays. Obviously his color scheme is yellow, just like the original Tigertrack from way back in 2003. I say 2003, pre-orders closed in December of 2002, so it was pretty much on the cusp of that, 2002, 2003. Well, he comes with two accessories. He comes with a handgun and another weapon which can be used as another handgun, or he could potentially use it as some type of piston or drill, or you can mount it on his shoulder, which harkens back to the G1 origins of this character-ish, considering he is a repaint of a G1. But very cool figure, very posable. If you haven't picked him up yet, hopefully he's still available on Hasbro Pulse. If not, I'm gonna put a link down in the description so you can grab him on eBay. But how does he compare to the original? Well, the original obviously looks just like a yellow Sideswipe. In fact, there are some who say that this is what Sunstreaker was supposed to look like, that they were supposed to use the yellow version of the mold instead of the red, and the red version instead of the yellow in the actual original G1 line. I don't know about all that. I'm happy with the way it turned out, and I'm happy that we did get a yellow version of Sideswipe as Tigertrack. Now his gun is white, just like that of the original G1 Sideswipe. He does have the missile launcher on his shoulder. He comes with 3 missiles. Of course, you can only load in 1. The trigger is yellow to match the rest of him, just as the trigger on the G1 Sideswipe would be red. If you fire the missile, it actually fires with quite a bit of force because they don't have strict rules as regards to projectile weapons with toys in Japan. So I could possibly shoot you right through this camera, but I'm not going to. I don't want to lose the missile. As far as posability, well, it's based on a G1. It's practically a brick. You can move the arms back and forth. The head, you can tilt it back and forward. That's pretty much it. On the other hand, it's very difficult to not be able to stand him up. This guy, if you have him standing in the wrong position, can flop over. Still, it is a great homage to G1, a great figure overall, and as you can see, slightly shorter than the new Generation Select. The yellow is slightly of a different shade between these two. The Generation Select is slightly lighter than the original. I don't know if you can tell very easily. If you can't see it through the camera, trust me, there's a slight difference. Not gonna cause me to dislike either toy. So the vehicle mode for the Generation Select version of Tigertrack, very cool looking. It is based on the Cybertronian mode from the Siege line, so it's kind of otherworldly, but at the same time they've done a good job making this look like it could be a car that one day we will have. You can attach a weapon to the top and weapons to the side as well, or you can attach both to the sides, though with this one you would have to turn, because this weapon very interestingly comes apart. You could put this on his shoulder, you could put this still in his hand. If you want the weapons on the side, you can do it like so. You can even put a weapon on top, one on each side, so he's really well armed. Doesn't exactly look like an Earth car at this point, but it rolls really well, and it does look like a very cool sports car from the future. But overall, with or without the weapons, a very cool vehicle mode. Now let's take a look at the G1 style Tigertrack. It is a Lamborghini. It is very cool. It rolls very well. However, there is no place, as it is a G1, to put the weapons in vehicle mode. So you put them aside and you hope you don't lose them. But it rolls very nicely. It looks exactly like the Lamborghini style of Sideswipe, only in yellow. It has stickers instead of the paint apps of the Generations Select. Very shiny, a little bit different of a color yellow. But if you like the G1 vibe, this is the car for you. Side by side, they're very similar in size. The Generations Select may be slightly, I'd say maybe about a ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch longer of a car. Slightly wider as well, but still comparable toys, and both very cool car modes. So which one is better? Well, that's actually up to you to decide. Go to the comments below, let me know if you like the original Tigertrack from 2002/2003 in the G1 style, or if you like the Generation Select, which again, it is a little bit more poseable, but it doesn't have the classic G1 look. But a great homage nonetheless. Now this might still be available on Hasbro Pulse. If so, by all means, you can buy it from there. Otherwise, I have put a link in the description to eBay, where you may be able to find one of these, hopefully at a reasonable price. This one, you pretty much have to go to eBay if it is available. It is not the most commonly found of the repaints, whether it be from a magazine or eHobby. This is one of the rarer ones, but I put a link anyway, so hopefully it'll help you search out some. And there's always the masterpiece if you want to get one of those. And while you're taking a break from your toy hunting, you can also check out these other videos over here. Subscribe down there if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. You can follow us on all the social things. We will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.